Good evening, everyone. This is Paul, and I'm a Reformed Nerd. Welcome back. Today I'm picking up with a new game, and that would be Frostpunk. Oh, sorry, I'm getting some feedback. Bear with me a second. Thank you. But yes, today I'm playing Frostpunk. It's kind of a continuation of this fake narrative I made about the Tropico 6 playthrough I was working on, because in the end of the day, the Tropicans managed to get their hands on some nukes, and I'm just saying that they nuked everybody, hence 60 seconds, and now a nuclear winter fallout story. Granted, I know the actual lore of the game does not actually have anything to do with nuclear fallout, but regardless, it makes me feel like it's tangible, and I like that. I did play through this game once, many months ago, before they even had Survivor mode. It was actually one of the first games that inspired me to get back into gaming, so for me, getting a chance to play this again is fun, and now that they have a Survivor mode, I'm curious to see how awful this thing has gotten. So I am just going to get this queued up. Yes. So for anyone who doesn't know this game, it's a very depressing city builder survival sort of a story, and I don't know, it's very captivating, and there is always little choices and options that you have to make that just really seem dehumanizing in the end, which frankly seems like a game perfect for me. But here we go.
Still cold world. No horizon in sight. The rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress.
This is such a pretty little cutscene. I'm just gonna let it play.
Stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We lost our world to snow. And with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty, and for those who remained came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
I love that cutscene. I haven't seen it in months. Not cutscene. I don't know what you would actually call that. But yeah, just to summarize the story, the world is getting colder. No one knows why. And these Londoners decided to flee north for some ungodly reason. Because, frankly, if it's getting colder, I think north is the least popular direction anyone should be traveling in. But yeah, so they went up north, and it's pretty much a city building survival. This is your entire world. You got this little pit with a heater in the middle. And fight the cold. Yes, indeed. So is that the pause button? No, the sun's still going. Okay, is there a pause button? I don't remember. Okay, well, I'm just going to do that. So pretty much you get 80 people. You're in the middle of this big hole. It's freezing cold, and you got to get enough resources to build the buildings and make the food and get the coal to put into the heater to make everything work. And yeah, you're just basically lambasted with a whole bunch of bad decisions that you have to make along the way. So as you can see, you start off with these little resource piles scattered around your playable area. Wood, steel, coal, and of course, the important one is going to be coal. Because your heater runs on coal, and if you run out of coal, your heater stops and everyone dies. So, getting in some massive quantities of coal fast and early is ideal. Wood is helpful too, because you do need to get some buildings up right away. But in the end, you have this inoperative heater and a storage stockpile, and that's it. So from here, you're going to have to get your people out to the individual piles. So I got 15 heading over here for the coal pile. Another 15 over here. 5 for the steel. Because steel isn't a high priority. You definitely need it. But the things that you need first, of course, to get the coal power turned on, that's obviously the priority. The days split up as such here, and as you can see in the top corner, this is when the temperature is going to be falling, and this is a 2-level drop, so it gets pretty damn cold pretty damn quick. And I have 80 people, of which 15 are children, and they can't do anything to actually help us survive this, and 15 engineers who can do higher skilled work. And the rest... yeah, I should have gone to this one first. So, the first decision, child labor. Should children be safe indoors and educated so that they can help you down the line with higher level work? Or do you send them out to work? Ideally in safe jobs, like cooking and resource gathering and those sorts of things. But in the end, I'm playing on survival. I think I need to get the extra help going now, because I have a feeling it's going to be hard for me to keep ahead of the demand of the supplies. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get those kids off to work. Wood crates, yeah, I'll send them all down to go to the wood crates. That's at least close, so hopefully that would limit the amount of time they have out in the elements on their own. And that did hit the hope pretty hard. So with the controversial law, I'm already down about, what is that, 15% or so. And if this or this gets out too far, obviously your people are not your biggest fans, and they kind of turn on you, and you're basically faced with a game over screen, which I'm expecting to see at least a couple of times tonight. So hey, fantastic. Research is the other big one that you need to do early and fast. But research buildings are a bit on the expensive side. Yeah, 15 wood, 5 steel. I think it's a bad idea for me to put this down this early, but I'm going to go ahead and get that authorized, because the sooner I can get that research going, the faster I can get my people gathering. But it won't get built yet because everyone's already working on their assigned jobs. However, when the evening comes, they would then be able to manage that construction. I also need to get a cookhouse down pretty early as well, because each individual eats one ration. However, right now I have no rations and only raw food. They will eat the raw food, but you're getting a very limited impact in regards to the value of that food, because one raw food can make, I think, like 4 rations, I think. Let's see. Uh, 2 food rations from 1 unit of raw food. So that means every person who eats a piece of raw food is stealing an extra ration, because I'm unable to convert it into the proper format for them to actually eat in large quantities. So if I get the cookhouse down and the research down, that gets me off to a good start. But the other big thing I need is going to be housing for my people. Otherwise they're going to start getting sick pretty quickly. And a hunter's hut, which I will also need, because that is basically your only source of food for a while. Alright, so how much coal did I manage to get? Alright, I did get enough to get the heater on, so let's go ahead and get that going. That'll keep people slightly warmer, and hopefully prevent too many of them from getting sick. We'll have 2 days to provide shelter for 40 people. I think that's an admirable goal. I definitely want to get housing down quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and make that promise. And that can obviously backfire, because if you make a promise and you don't fulfill it, that does not do much to, raise the hope score. I'm going to go ahead and put down a road here as well, because the hunter huts are nice in the fact that no one actually works there. It's kind of more of a mustering station for your employees as they head out into the city, or into the greater world around here. So they actually don't need to be hot. So if I put this a little bit far back, that's more real estate up here for the buildings that people are actually going to be living and working in 24/7. Yep. Basically saying that you can listen to the crowd or not. It's up to you. Which, frankly, in these sorts of games, it always is up to you. But nice of them to lay that out for you. Okay, so the road is coming down. And I need 20 wood for the hunter's hut, and I only have 19. So that's going to have to wait until tomorrow. And that's going to be a little bit of a strain on my food resources. Alright, I need some engineers for research. Five engineers for research. Where do I have my engineers? Where did I send my engineers? Coal pile. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 engineers. An operative. Research goal not set. Well, I know that, but I have 5... Oh, those are workers. Oops. No wonder they weren't showing up. Okay, so where are my engineers? I mean, I know I have some engineers. Alright, let's find them this way. So, engineers are... okay, the one with the little power glove. There they are. I sent them up north. Okay, so that's 5 less engineers for this job and 5 new researchers. And let's go ahead and get that research goal set as well, so that first thing tomorrow they can get working on it. I think I'm going to have to go for faster gathering, because getting that early is going to be a big help in this early game, trying to get enough illness. Great, people are getting sick now because they were cold last night. Where did I send the children? Okay, I'm going to get the children off of the gathering and put them into the cookhouse. Not adjacent to a street. Oh, darn. I guess my cursor moved a little bit before I actually got that building authorized. No, I don't want to dismantle streets. I want to build streets. There we go. Alright, so that should get that connected, and sadly I wasted a little bit of space right here, which is going to haunt me a little bit, especially with my slightly OCD tendencies. But, yeah, my people are all gathering up and trying to get some space as close to that heater as they can. It's not that good, but it's better than nothing. At least we were able to get the heater turned on. Otherwise, I'd have a lot more than 4 sick people today. Alright, so day 2 is about to start here in the next few minutes, and they'll go off to their new jobs, including my scientists. So hopefully they're going to be able to get this done before the end of the day, which will really increase how much I'm actually able to bring in for my supplies from all of these outcroppings here. I'm up to 7 sick, so I definitely need to get that clinic down. 8. Okay, come on. 9. Yes, yes, yes. Come on. Warm up here. Let's get the daylight. Where is the daylight? Alright. Looks like they're waking up and getting ready to start their day. So that means the day... Yeah, you can see it starting to lighten up here. So hopefully it'll warm up a little bit. But these people are not going to get better unless I can give them a place to go to rest. And I forget about the clinics. I don't know if they have good heat or bad heat absorption. Does it tell me? Heat level 1. Alright, so it's a little bit on the low side. Okay. So first priority is to secure raw food supply. Build a hunter's hut or a hot house. Well, I have a cookhouse. Oh yeah, cookhouse is not the same as a hot house. Okay, that's fair. Alright, the people are heading off to their appropriate working stations, and I do like how over the course of the evening the previous day's walkway kind of fills over. Alright, so yeah, I got people coming off to the steel, and the research is going. That's a decent clip, so hopefully they can get this done. I would love before the end of the day. And a new book of law is open. I don't have any food resources down yet, so I have a choice. If I want to extend the life of my food rations, I have a choice here. I can add sawdust to mules, or soup. Hope will fall slightly, discontent will rise slightly, eating soup will cause discontent. Hope will fall slightly, discontent will rise slightly, some people eating sawdust meals will fall ill. Alright, so I have my choice between giving them sawdust or feeding them soup rather than a full meal. I'm going to go ahead and sign the soup. So now I'm producing 5 rations from each item of food rather than 2. I hope that's going to be enough to delay the inevitable a little bit here. I definitely want to get that medical post down. It needs 25 wood. So how many people do I have harvesting wood? Okay, I got these workers working on it here, and I got 22 wood at the moment, so I should be able to get that 25 pretty darn quick. 24. 25. Perfect. So let me get that medical post down ASAP. Yes, I know we're out of wood, but I don't think I have anyone actually available to build this. So I'm going to fire a couple of workers from the wood pickup duty in hopes that they come over here and get this medical post built as quick as they can, because I have 9 people sick and they're only going to get worse if I don't give them an opportunity to get better. So, and I only got about a day left to get down enough housing for half my citizens. So a woman came forward after we put the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's surely still out there. She wants to join the first scout team. She urges you to hurry. All right. Well, I do want to get people sent out there to help rescue some people and find some resources. So I am totally in favor of sending her out on that mission. But first, I need to get some houses down. How much is a tent here? Tents are 10 wood each, and then 10 people can sleep in it. So I need to get 4 of these up, so I need 40 wood, hopefully by the end of the day, just so I'd be able to get that in place. Otherwise, people are not going to be happy about that broken promise. And I still need to get raw food coming in here because I am literally out of raw food. Children injured at work. Alright, I can yell at him and hope will fall. Or I can give him a day off and he won't work for 24 hours. Hope will rise slightly. Alright, I'm going to give him the day off because there is no more food to, handle, really. So, in the end, he's not going to miss much. But I would like to get some of these tents down now. Because if I don't get 2 more of these built at the end of the day, I'm going to be in some tough trouble with my population. Sorry, moving my mic there. Alright, so waiting for the workers, but that's fine. I only have a couple of workers out there, and if anything's not done by the end of the day... Okay, good. I got enough for 1 more tent. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get that down now. And ideally 1 more tent before the end of the day so that they can build it during their free time. And then they'll actually have half of them will actually have a place to sleep this evening, which hopefully will prevent my people from getting as sick. I got 8 hungry people, but I got plenty of rations in the kitchen. So I'm not sure why they're hungry. They should be able to actually have access to that without too much difficulty. 4 hours left for my faster gathering tech. And the day is coming up to an end pretty quick. You can see the shadow coming in here. So it looks like I may not be able to get it before the end of the day, which will be unfortunate. But at least the clinic is almost put together. Yeah, there's the end of the day. Okay, so where are my engineers? Oh, no, no, no! Oh, I hit that without even reading it. That's... Okay, perfect. Well, whatever it was, I already fulfilled it. So, getting those 5 engineers to work at the hospital. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 people in here already. One of them is going to be out in about a day, and the rest of them are going to get treatment. Okay. And yes, I got enough to build that last tent. So I'm going to go ahead and get that last tent authorized as well. So this will be enough for 40 people as soon as they're actually put together. That's 1 tent down. And this will be my second promise fulfilled. And hopefully Hope and Discontent will be going up because of that. Lack of shelter and lack of medical care is still some grievances that they have, though, in the Discontent. About 22, about a day. Okay, so everyone should be healthy and out of here before the end of the day. And then that leaves 4 sick people left at the current numbers. So I just need to heal people and get them out of the hospital faster than people get sick and need to go into them. Okay, shelter promise fulfilled. Perfect. Hope goes up. And I'm still lacking my hunter hub. So I need 20 wood ASAP. Because without that 20 wood... Alright, I'm gonna fire people from the steel. Where's my steel? Okay, got 3 workers available. Alright, I'm gonna put them onto wood crates. Steel wreckage, I'm gonna fire off a couple of them and put them onto wood crates as well, because I need to get that wood in and available to me as soon as possible. Alright, so most of the people, or half the people, actually have a place to stay tonight. A little bit more than half if you count the people who are sick and at the hospital. I guess that's an optimistic way to look at it. And only 2 are hungry, even though there's still plenty of food here for at least half of the people for tomorrow. But yeah, if I don't get those hunters out, they are going to be starving, and it's not going to end well. Oh, sorry, bear with me just a second. Sorry, oddly enough on my stream I saw a chat message pop up which I cannot see, and it's not shown up on my other chats, so if you sent me something, I apologize. I'll keep my eye open on that. If it starts populating some more, I'll hop out of here real quick and make it larger so I can see it, so... I can introduce a new law. Fantastic. Okay, let's get this book of law open and see what's available to me. So, I think the emergency shift is going to be the most important one for me to go for next, to be honest. Because I would like to get my researchers working a longer shift as soon as I can here. Or I can put child labor into all jobs. I don't think it's so desperate yet for me to go with this. So I'll go ahead and get the emergency shift, so basically I can actually get my people to work at longer hours so they can get more done within the day. And I'm just going to go over here and turn on the emergency shift for my researchers right now, because if I can get that research in play now, it's going to be definitely for the good of the game as a whole. Because that's going to help me across the table in regards to getting supplies and those such taken care of in a quick manner. Alright, so 80% research capacity at the moment, that is fine. About 2 hours. So I think by the time the rest of my population wakes up, I should have this research complete. So that'll give me a full day of improved gathering from my actual laborers. And that should get me the wood fast enough that I need to be able to get some hunters sent out here. Because if I don't get some food coming in now, I am pretty much already dead. A mother has refused to let her daughter go to work, afraid she'll get injured. We could look the other way this time, but others might see it as unfair. So I can have her have the day off and hope will go up, or nothing will change. I wish I knew I'm going to assume and say that this is probably in the cookhouse, because that's where the last child was hurt. I'll let her have the day off because there's literally nothing to cook. Yeah. So there's nothing to cook, so it's not prohibiting me from getting my own items done. In fact, you know, if I've got no work for them to do, I might as well just transition them over to get the wood, because getting that wood in right now is going to be the biggest issue I've got. Hunter's gear would probably be helpful. I need 10 wood for that, and it would allow the hunters to bring in more raw food from each hunt. And since I'm getting such a late start in regards to my food gathering, I think getting that tech in would be ideal. So as soon as I can get in one piece of wood, I'm going to go ahead and get that research kicked off immediately. Alright, people are starting to work. So get me that piece of wood. There we go. Thank you. Alright, let's go ahead and get that hunter's gear going right now. And the next 20 pieces of wood I get are going to go directly into a hunter's hut. Okay, so I'm already up to 5, 6. I'm doing pretty decently. I think that faster gathering speed is already starting to show a little bit of a difference. $13, 14 wood. How much do I need for the hunter hut? 20. That's what I thought. 15. Come on, let's get that wood coming in here. 19. 20. Perfect. So I'm going to get that hunter's hut down. The only big issue with the hunter's hut, though, is that it takes so many people to actually operate it to its full potential. So I'm going to fire a couple of workers in hopes that they can go over here and get that hunter's hut up immediately, rather than waiting for the end of the day. Looks like it's not going to make much of a difference because the hunters leave in the morning, and I think it's already too late for them to leave for today. So that's going to be literally the last bit of my food resources taken in today's feast, or today's dinner. And I'm going to have about 50 people unfed. That's not going to be good. Yikes. Alright, so yeah, I definitely need to get some food coming in here as soon as possible. I put that off way too long. But at least once they are able to leave, they'll actually be able to go and bring in additional food from each hunt that they go out to do. But I think it's like 10 people that I need to employ at this place. So that's 10 people I have to take off of gathering duty to be able to facilitate my food retrieval. And that's going to be a big hit on my raw resources. But coal is coming in at a pretty good clip. But the temperatures are about to drop. Beginning of the day tomorrow, the temperature is dropping. Oh, great. And someone died already. One died from lack of treatment, and it had to be, of course, an engineer. Lovely. Alright, well, I don't have any room to actually do the Book of Laws at the moment. I need 6 hours to sign a new law. So there's not much I can do about that for the time being. Just tuck his body somewhere. He'll be fine. Hey, Big Red, welcome back. This is basically a city builder survival. You are in a hole in the ground, and the only thing they give you to start with is this big heater, and you basically have to keep your people alive in the freezing temperatures of... with basic resources gathered now, we can try to rescue people left behind. Build a beacon. Okay, well, Yeah, I obviously need a beacon, but I need to get people hired in here to be hunters, because that is the biggest priority at the moment. So where are my people working? Okay. I'm going to take all of these people off the coal pile. I think I've got enough coal at the moment that I can survive without them working there. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. So you have to basically build a city around this heater and keep people alive long enough that you accomplish whatever that mission is. I don't even know what the mission is on this one. But in the end of the day, the temperature just keeps getting colder and colder. And everyone ends up dying. So yeah, I've got hunters ready to head out. So they're all going to eat and preparing for a hunt. So first thing tomorrow, they're going to head out there. I like how it went from the tropical islands of Tropico to the radioactive wastelands of 60 Seconds into the freezing pit of this game. Yeah, it's kind of been a downward trend in the world of my Tropico 6 playthrough. A little bit of, nuclear winter and all that. Lack of homes stirs anger. Captain, an angry crowd is protesting, pushed over the edge by prolonged homelessness. People demand that you address their problems immediately. I have 1 day to build 4 tents. I have 2 days. Alright, I'm going to have to try to get those tents down. Oh, and another person died. And this game doesn't really give you an option to replace people who die. This is days pass, not months. So there's no time for reproduction and all that sort of thing going on here to keep people surviving. Because you basically only get the people that they start you with until you build a beacon and actually can get out of the hole to look for people. But I have enough wood, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get those tents built now. Because if I can fulfill promises, it improves their happiness and that keeps me in power. Because if that discontent gets up too high, then I am screwed. Alright, Book of Laws are available now. So right now I have my children working. I am allowed to make my people work 24 hours a day. And I am providing them soup rather than actual food to make my supplies last just a little bit longer. Now I have to choose between a corpse disposal. We'll keep dead bodies out of the heat zone and cover them with snow. The snow will halt their decay. I'll have to build a snow pit. Hope will fall. Discontent will rise. Bodies are preserved for potential for future use. Ooh, I don't like how they say future use. No risk of disease from unburied bodies and no... Perfect. Alright, so cemeteries. Cemetery, hope will rise slightly. No risk of disease from unburied bodies. Each burial will keep some people from work for a few hours. You'll have to establish a cemetery. Yeah, I'm going to go with the cemetery. My hope was a little bit on the low side, so that should actually be good enough to keep things on keel for a little bit longer. So I need to find a nice little out-of-way place to build a cemetery. So I'll put it over here by the hunter's hut. And I gotta build the road to connect it because the road is actually basically just a heat pipe. And all of the buildings connect up to the heat pipe. So it gets the heat gets brought in from the heater and into the individual buildings through the road, which is kind of cool. I don't know why, but this game gives me BioShock vibes. Maybe just because it has punk in the name. No, I think it's a appropriate association, to be honest. But yeah, this is definitely a little bit of a cyberpunk game, that's for sure. I got 10 sick people, and my hospital is pretty much at capacity. Although, got 2 people who are going to be done before the end of the day. Everyone is happy that they have a house. So, hope will go up, and discontent went down just a tad. Provide a place to rest for the dead. Okay, got the cemetery coming along here. Build a beacon and rescue survivors. That's going to be tough, especially since I'm already out of food. I can't really go out there and get more people coming in here when I have literally no food to give to the ones who are actually here now. Hunter's gear research, perfect. So I think that was in time that my hunters leaving today will actually be able to benefit from that. And steam hubs. Now I'm going to go ahead and research the beacon. I think I can handle 2 falls of temperature at the moment, because right now it's minus 20 Celsius. But everything is warm. But 2 more levels at the end of the day, that's going to hurt. Because if these drop into cool range, then anybody who works there is basically at risk of getting sick. Alright. Come on, let's get the next day started. I want to see how cold it gets. 2 levels is that's gonna be tough. And I have no heaters and no other secondary heating sources except for this main, I don't know what this is, steam engine of some sort. Okay, cemetery is established, so that got people happy. That's nice. Yikes. And the beacon is coming along. 10 hours to go for that. I still got 9 people sick. 0 are gravely sick, though. Nope. Sorry, bear with me just a second. I need to move my window so I could see that message. Alright. Has those cavemen never heard of carbon dioxide? Just build a pint of factories and warm the planet and hope all the melting snow won't flood the pit they are in. You know, it's actually... I don't think that they ever tell you why the planet is getting so cold in this game. But the little bit of the lore that they give you is I think that the sun is getting further away, or the sun is dying or something like that, and they basically forecast that it's going to get colder forever, and you're just basically delaying the inevitable a little bit, which is sadly depressing. But yeah, they never really tell you why or what caused it, which I kind of find a little aggravating. I kind of like to know the whole picture of the games I play. Alright, people are depending on me. Yes, they are. I just hope you know you don't want food, because I have no food to offer you at the moment. But hopefully my hunters are already gone. Yes, my hunters have already left. So I got 14 hunters out there, and I'm hoping that they can get that raw food in before the end of the day, because if I don't get that switched over into food rations, my people are not going to be hungry. 3 adults have died. Bad food, bad healthcare, cold at home, cold at work. Alright. And that temperature drop has come. Alright, the only thing that is unlivable is the cookhouse, which fortunately I have no food, so the cookhouse isn't really doing anything at the moment. That's one good thing about not having any food. No one's in the freezing cookhouse. So yeah, even if I get the food in today, it's too cold for this building to actually even operate. Yikes, that's not good. Alright, but if I can get the speaking done, I can get the heaters invented. And if I can get the heaters invented, I can get the temperature up in that cookhouse just a little bit higher. Nine hours to get the beacon researched. It's gonna be tough. My supplies are starting to run a little bit low. I'm down to 53 coal. I'm not trying to sound like a scientist here, but I never heard of moving stars. My guess is something affected the planet's rotation around the star and sent it flying off into the coldness of space. You know, that's actually quite... that's just a theory, a game theory. I like that. Yeah, now that's a very possible solution. If I play enough of this, I'll probably get reminded as to the actual plot, but I literally turned this on for like 10 hours back in October, and that was the last time I've taken a look at this game, so I don't quite recall. Double rations for the kid? No. We don't have enough rations for anybody at the moment, so I'm definitely not giving the kids double rations. Wood crates depleted. That's not good. I'm running low on wood crates already. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get this coal going as well. So I'm going to send all its children out here. Even though it's already kind of in the brisk area, so there's a high risk of frostbite. Yeah, of course, there goes the frostbite already. So I got 8 gravely ill. Survivor mode is brutal. Alright, what if I try to get another medical post down? It's going to be a little bit cold out here. But, yeah, my medical bays can't keep up. I got 21 people sick. That's like a quarter of my population. This not giving the kids ration fiascos reminded me of a little someone yesterday, not naming any names here, but I don't know what you're talking about, Big Red. One of our people have become gravely ill due to frostbite. Alright, I can't even pass a law yet for how many more hours? Oh, hey, I can pass the law now. Okay. So, medical treatment. So I have an option. We can't cure the gravely ill, but we can at least keep them alive. We won't risk dangerous amputations with radical treatment. Gravely ill will be kept alive, but untreated in medical posts. Hope will rise slightly. Discontent will rise slightly. The gravely ill will not be treated and remain a burden. The gravely ill will take up beds in the medical posts. I already have 8 gravely ill. That's enough to fill 2 medical posts as it is. We'll try everything to cure the gravely ill, from invasive surgery to amputations. After introducing this law, the gravely ill will be treated in medical posts. Hope will rise slightly. 30% of the gravely ill treated in medical posts will be left as amputees. Discontent will rise slightly. That's a little tough. But like I said, I already have enough sick people to fill up 2 medical posts. So, radical treatment time! Maybe we can use the amputated limbs for food. I wonder if that is a mechanic this game planned for. If I see my raw food resources starting to go up here, I'll be a little concerned. Burying the dead, burying the dead. How many dead do I have already? Got at least 3. Oh, hey, looks like another one. Another one wanted to come and join the party. So, everyone enjoys the cemetery. Yay. I'm going to go ahead and get the time sped up here a little bit. Because I don't think I can... Alright, the beacon is nearly done. Alright, I need to get those heaters on now. Heaters increase the amount of coal I go through, of course. But I can at least turn on my cookhouse. If I can at least turn on my cookhouse, I can turn this into 50 raw food sources, which is almost enough to feed all my people in one go. And I never put engineers to work at there. Okay, great. Captain, some of our people are concerned about the low temperature in their homes. You'll have to start heating 4 of the cold homes within 2 days. I think I can manage that. Let's go ahead and agree to that. I hope I don't screw that one up. So I need to find more engineers. Alright, here's 4 of them. I'll fire them off of gathering duty and put them to work in... this one's too cold too. So I can't even open that medical post until I can get the heaters unlocked. Crying out loud. Okay, so where can I put some people to work here? Way out there, I can put a few down. Alright, so that's pretty much full employment. Does the game have somewhat of an ending, or do you keep going until the planet turns into an ice cube? There is an ending. I'm doing the mission levels at the moment, so there is actually an end point where you survive the proper blizzard. But there is actually endless mode as well, which is just ongoing, and you just basically go until you die. I haven't tried that one yet. That doesn't really seem my cup of tea. But I'll probably give it a try here eventually. So 2-3 days for recovery time. And that is less than ideal, but I'll accept it. I think I'd better go on ahead and put down a second hunter's hut. It's a big commitment of my last wood. But I only was able to get 10 food in from the last hunt, and that's not enough to keep my people going. I don't think this is going to end well. By the way, since you are going to be playing Civ, did you end up getting some of the DLCs, or will it just be the standard game? I've already bought all the DLCs minus Gathering Storm, because it was the only one that wasn't on sale, and I'm a little bit of a cheapskate. But I figured tomorrow I'll pick up Gathering Storm before I go live with it. Because frankly, if you're not going to be playing the whole thing, I say, why bother? Plus, I really want to see those new storm mechanics. The constantly exploding volcanoes seem like a heck of a good time. Alright, and I do need to build the beacon as well. 20 wood, 35 steel. Yikes, that's a lot of steel. I'm just going to get this sped up a little bit so I can get that damn thing completed. Perfect. So I need to find 15 workers. Alright, it's 14 workers on coal. I really don't feel like I should take off too many more people from coal, because coal is pretty bloodily important in this game. But so is food. Right now my coal is at near capacity, 5 days of capacity. And food is at 0 days capacity. You settle down next to 2 different volcanoes? That sounds like a winning strategy there. Well, at least you get a lot of fertile soil bonuses out of it, though, don't you? Alright, good. I did get this building done in time, so they are on their way out to hunt right now. So yeah, I've got just enough people out there. Hopefully I can get enough food back. Alright, I'm going to put my scientists to work on another 24-hour shift. I need to get these heaters done. I can't wait 3 more days to get the cookhouse operating. So 13 hours, it's going to be just at the end of the day, which will probably be too late for them to actually go around and cook. So, damn. Unless I put... I may be able to do that. I'm not sure. I'll give it a try. We'll see. If you survive all the ashfall, that will blanket the surviving area and kill everything and anything. Well, that's true. Otherwise, you don't have anyone to actually grow your food for, I suppose. Boy. 2 days to lower discontent. I need... Ooh, I need to severely lower it. Okay, and they do... They will allow me to introduce a new law. So what can possibly allow for discontent to go down? Evening bouts reduce discontent. I don't think extended shifts will reduce discontent. I don't think child labor is going to make discontent fall. Ceremonial funerals, loss of hope, but not discontent. Care houses, residents and hope will rise slightly, but nothing about discontent. Extra rations and medical facilities to speed up. Overcrowding, discontent will go down. So yeah, my only choice is to sign the fighting pits. Rule 1, you don't talk about Fight Club. Because if they're going to be satisfied with enough kicking the crap out of each other, that means they're not going to be kicking the crap out of me. And I take that as a win condition right there. Ooh, except I built this on the most awful place to do so. Because this zone of control is who will get impacted by the fights. So I'd like to get at least 4 buildings. That'd be half my population within the zone of influence from the fighting pits. Alright, I'll put it here. That means I need to get the road down so it's actually heated. But as soon as they get that connected, hopefully they'll spend more time fighting each other than me. I think the World Council feature they added is pretty cool too. If you haven't heard of it, you can basically build up your diplomatic power and vote on things on the council. Oh, I think I did see that mechanic actually. Coal pile depleted, that's not good. I wanted them to continue to work, but I can't afford discontent going up. One of my scientists fell dead due to overwork. And I did lose another coal pile. So I need to get the children out here to farm that last coal pile. That looks like my hunters are making it back. And yeah, this entire area is pretty much picked clean of most resources. This is depressing. Your Frostpunk civilizations are just going to fight each other until they slowly die from the cold, but what else can they do to entertain themselves? Well, you know, I don't think it's that barbaric. I mean, once it's built, it will look pretty nice. 44 hungry, but 0 are starving. That's good. No one's starving yet, and in about 9 hours time I'll be able to unlock my cookhouse so people can actually get cooked food rather than eating all of the raw food. Captain, we found a boy frozen to the bone at the cemetery next to a fresh grave. He must have been there for hours. He wants you to call an emergency meeting. He says that if you agree, his mother will wake up to attend it. That's not good. And my discontent is still not going down. And I don't even have anywhere near enough to get that beacon out. 35 steel. I only got 13. But I do have enough wood for now, but not for long, it seems. Who do I have on steel extraction? Okay, I've got no one on steel extraction. Okay, perfect. Alright, so it's coal. It's coal. Fighting arena has been built. Yay! Alright, I got enough wood. Go over here and start working on the steel. But yeah, you know, that's a nice little arena. Fight arena will open at 7 o'clock, so they've got a schedule. So hopefully after a couple of people end up fighting here, that might get my discontent low enough. People are eating raw food. Yes, I know they're eating raw food. Well, they're not eating raw food right now. I don't have any. But 2 people died. This is not good. Lack of treatment. Got 19 sick, 4 gravely, and I have enough spaces for 5 individuals because this one's too cold. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Okay, free time. I think the World Council... have you considered making steel-flavored ice cream cones to feed your population? Hey, I need my steel for that beacon. I'll have 3 days to feed everybody. Let's feed them and stockpile some food. Yeah, alright. I'm going to have to try to feed them because, you know, people like food. I have to make homes livable, but my heaters are not even done yet. Yeah, I'm totally going to get thrown out of power here. $21 steel. Another person died. Yeah, this is not ending well. I'm half tempted to restart it now, but I'm just going to go ahead and speed things up a little bit. I hear some cheering, so I guess the fighting arena is in session. No one is fighting, but 12 in the last 4 days, so there was a fight. I think I just was going too fast and blew through it. And discontent is still at... Oh, wow. Discontent is greater than maximum value, 115% and rising. So that fighting pit did not do enough good, I think. Bless it. But coal is at capacity. So I'm going to go ahead and get people off of the coal, and I'm just going to fill in as many as I can to do steel and wood, because I still have room for those. Another person died. Boy. Well, at least that's less people I have to feed. Okay, workers going to rest after the hunt. Wait, after the hunt? What do you mean after the hunt? How much food did you get? No one... It didn't go up yet. So if this is after the hunt, did they come back? Heaters researched! Yay! Alright, so if heaters are researched, I'm going to turn on this heater and this heater pronto. That means I need to get 5 children employed at the cookhouse. I need to find a few engineers for this medical room as well. Okay, got one engineer available over there. Any other engineers? 2 engineers here. Okay, I'll get them off and put them into the medical hut. That increases my capacity, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Go ahead and get that steam hub researched as well, and I do have enough to get that beacon down. A little too late, but I can finally get that beacon down. Just put all the people who don't support you in the fighting pit and hope the barbarians in there will sort them out. Trial by combat, you know? That was a British tradition up until the signing of the Magna Carta. So we could definitely bring that back. Absolutely. If you support me, you know, I'll hire you as my champion. You can take out the competition. 2 people died, mild frostbite. 1 person died. 2 people died. They're dropping like flies. Promise broken. 1 of our people died again. Yeah. This is not going well. Disagreements between people who face deadly threats every day can be resolved in a duel. Discontent will be reduced permanently. I don't need to read more than that. I'll sign that. Because now I'm down to 118% discontent. Much better. Urgent need for treatment. I'll open medical posts. Well, 1/3 of the sick. Alright, I'll make another promise because frankly it doesn't even matter at this point. By the time that promise comes up to be completed, I'm already going to be out of a job. Another person died. Another person died. But the beacon has been built. So as they hang me in town square, at least I can look at the pretty balloon hanging above our homes. So with the beacon, it's pretty interesting that they changed it maybe. But yeah, it's basically a hot air balloon that flows above your city so that people can actually find your hole in the middle of nowhere here. And with that, I'm able to send out scouts to look for people. But as I'm already down to 6 hours to reduce discontent down to 75, and I'm sitting at 124% right now, I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, let's just speed this up. And 4, 3. I'll die happy if I live long enough to kill the captain. Alright. Your time has come. That sounds so optimistic. He should be happy we didn't wring his neck. Good riddance. We'll be better off without him. Now who will make our city great again? We can start rebuilding at last. As they send me out in exile on my own. Depressing end for me as a local town dictator. All right.
We roam the still, cold world. No horizon.
I'm going to jump right back into that because, like I said, this is the first time I played this game in like 6-7 months, and I've never played it on the Survivor difficulty. So, yeah. Maybe I can do it a better time. Maybe I can do it better this time.
Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning.
I do like these cutscenes, so I'm just gonna let that play
Tides
because I
have
think
changed.
Big Red missed it last time. So
They've changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow. And with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty. And for those who remained, came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months.
and I don't know why to go
leaving behind
north.
all the things we once believed had made us.
Because if the world is getting dropped into a perpetual
It was
winter,
hope
I go south.
that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey. And we paid the price.
Yeah, it's
Times.
these are all Londoners.
Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
I do like that cutscene. Or intro scene, I should say. Alright, so I think I can do this better. I'll need to make sure I get the cookhouses and the medical centers in the first row so that they can facilitate, so that they can work when the temperature drops. So I think that's going to be my top priority. Wood and coal. So let's get the wood and coal coming in. I'll ignore the steel for now. I'll need that for the beacon, and I will need it for the tech center, I think. So yeah, I'll get one group on that, and I'll put the rest over here on the wood pile. Okay, perfect. Workers are needed. Yeah, it's time to get the children working, because I know waiting is not going to work out well for me. Because I was so behind in terms of my economy that it was impossible for me to keep up with the demands. And I need to get that cookhouse working ASAP, because I am going to be going through my raw food pretty quick. So I need 20 wood for that. So I think getting that up is going to be the priority, because I can convert raw food into double rations, or 5 times if I go for the soup option. So yeah, I'll hold off on the research. I think that was one of my big mistakes. I probably went into the research a little bit too quick. And I need to, now I know which buildings can survive on that second ring. I just have to be a little bit more conscious about what I allow to be built in that inner ring where it's hotter. Okay, I got a little bit of a strategy here. And I got a Red Bull. Red Bulls always help. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and let things speed up a little bit. Cookhouse. Get that cookhouse down as a priority. Yeah, let me reduce time actually. Take 5 engineers off of that just to get that cookhouse up and constructed ASAP. Otherwise, I'll wait until the evening before they actually start building any of these additional items. So, come on, let's get those engineers over here and get that building. There they go. 15 hours for the cookhouse. 14. Yeah, it's not going to be enough, so people are going to eat the raw food tonight. But at least if I can get that working before the end of today, that should work. I'll go ahead and get a road built back a little bit further so I can get the hunters sent out a little bit earlier too. Maybe the Red Bull will grow you some wings so you can fly out of the pit. Well, I don't have to fly out of the pit. I'll provide some shelter. Yes, yes. People like houses, I know. There is actually a ladder on one of these walls. Can't find it, but I'm pretty sure each level had actually a ladder. Oh well, not so important. The wisdom of the crowd. Yes, I know I don't have to listen to the crowd. But frankly, when you don't listen to the crowds, bad things happen too. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and... Street is not connected to the generator, but I won't destroy any trees. So yeah, I'll put it right here. So hopefully after they can get that road done, they'll get this built before the end of the day so I can get the hunters out faster and keep my food production up. Because I think when people started starving, that's when things went to hell. Go figure, I know. You'd think people could survive without food a little bit longer than that. But no, they like to eat. The heating. Oh, yeah, I forgot to turn the heater on. Oops. Thank you, game. I appreciate the reminder. Alright, yeah, so the heaters are going. Secure a raw food supply. Build a hunter's hut or a hothouse. Well, that's fine. I've got one under construction right now. And I need to get at least 4 tent cities built. And people are going to starting to get sick here. I know they're going to start getting sick any time now. So I'm going to go on ahead and... So go ahead and get that medical post down too, because when people start getting sick tonight, at least I might be able to keep ahead of that. Rather than letting 10 or 15 people pile up waiting for salvation. I might be able to get them into the hospital immediately. So economy, how's my coal production? Daily gain 45. Consumption 144. Coal gain 180. Okay, so I am getting more coal in than I'm using, so that is good. And no, I don't want engineers working there. I want children working there. So yeah, take children off of that and put them to work inside the cookhouse. And I'm going to go ahead and get my engineers employed as doctors, and yeah, I've already got 4 people in there immediately. So hopefully I can get these people out and healed quick enough that I stay ahead and I don't have a medical crisis on my hand. Not judging any of your great leadership or anything, but if this city was humanity's last hope for survival, I think I would kiss my butt goodbye. That would be a very logical decision, Big Red. Not only one, your mayor is a useless piece of crap, but 2, what kind of life is this? Oh, hey, there's a ladder. I think I found it over here. But yeah, I mean, you're living to basically get enough food so you can survive one more day. That's hardly what I would consider living the dream, you know what I mean? I can sign a new book into law. That's perfect. I'm going to go straight to soup and get that signed. So I can make 5 rations out of 2 raw food rather than 4 rations from 2 raw foods. That's 1 additional ration per raw food source. And none of my raw food sources have been converted into rations yet. So I've been able to get this in place at the best time before I start wasting food by not maintaining it to its up. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, all my people are going to hunt. Perfect. So hopefully they can get in at least a good chunk of food before the cold snap comes in. And I need a lot of wood. And I also need to get that research building down too. So 40 wood and 20 steel for a workshop. Oh, no, sorry. 15 wood and 5 steel for a workshop. So I think that's going to be my next priority. Because if I can get people to gather food and things faster, that's going to really take the crunch off a little bit. Hey, at least these people probably get more food than your Tropicans did. You always have to look in the bright side. That is true. And the land is by far less forgiving than it was in the Caribbean paradise. So, you know, I'll take food in exchange for hunger. 6. Oh, that's hard to say. I got 5 more in here, and they're all going to be out hopefully by the end of today. So as long as not too many more people get sick, I should be able to stay ahead of the curve. Alright, come on, let's get that buzzer going. I need to get that wood in so I can get my research going. Alright, work time. $13, $15. Alright, let's get that workshop down. The workshop has good heat retention, so it can actually be in that second row and continue to function without too much difficulty. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set up. And I'm going to fire the engineers on steel duty and get them to head over here and get that workshop up before the day is over. Next priority is to get down at least some basic tents for half my people so I can provide shelter and fulfill this promise. I got 1 day and 8 hours left to do that. I need to get this up. I need to research the beacon, and I need to send people off to find the last expedition. So I think I should be able to manage that as well. I think I'll make that the priority this time, and that way I can keep ahead of the tasks and hopefully keep that good discontent down a little bit. Lack of shelter and lack of medical care is not making me popular at the moment. But at least the cookhouse is getting things converted over to rations, so that is good. So got 118 rations ready to go. And my hunters not even back yet, so that is enough to feed everybody for at least a day. And hopefully after my hunters get back, that's going to be enough to get me through the next day as well. So efficiency's at 100% at the medical center. That is good. I'm going to go down and get some of these. Oh, no. That is not right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get some of these tents down just so I can get that promise fulfilled. That's 3. I need enough for 1 more, because each one of these is for 10, and I need to get 40 housed. Alright. But yeah, top priority is getting that research going. So a kid got hurt at work. Alright, the kid is probably working at the food processing center, and I have no food to process at the moment. So I think it's okay if I give him a day off. Because in the end, there's no work to be done there anyway at the moment. Come on, let's get this research going. Less than an hour. Yay, good for you. Get to work. No more building. You are now in charge of researching. I do like the versatility of these individual workers. The engineers, it can be the doctors, it can be the researchers, it can be, you know, I think that's about it. But yeah, I mean, they can either play with the machines or they can play with your body, but one way or another, they are the experts in whatever they do, apparently. And I got enough wood to get that last tent down, so that'll be my promise fulfilled for this. They do seem to have some cozy accommodations, though. Once again, better than those shacks your tropical peasants resided in. Well, yeah, you know, if this was going to be a true tropical adventure, I'd have them come and harvest the steel wreckage, and they can make their own houses out of that. So I'm at least providing some degree of shelter for my people. That's better, right? I'm improving as a dictator. People should definitely like me more than that. Okay, so my hunters are home, but did they deliver the food? Yeah, my raw food didn't go up after they got home. And that is a little concerning. I don't know if maybe I just missed it, but yeah, that does not fill me with hope. It's hard to think that they have the training to be engineer or a doctor, at least if they have enough knowledge to tinker with a radio without breaking it. Tinkering with a radio is always a bad idea. Especially in a post-apocalyptic environment. Radios work on their own when they want to. If you try to force them, you will regret it. That's the lesson I learned yesterday. Alright, that's 2 done, 3 done. Less than an hour, and I'll get the full 40 people housed. 21 hours ahead of schedule, and I can sign a new law. Alright. Sustain life, radical treatment, emergency shifts. Or I can prepare for dead people, which I'm sure are coming in the not too distant future. I think I'm going to go with emergency shifts. I waited longer to get my research started this round. And I think I really need to get them working on that beacon. Because until that beacon gets done, I can't manage to progress on the other tasks until that is in. So, build the beacon to complete this for the convoy. And if I can get the convoy going, at least I can get some new people in and get some resources and some food. So, yeah, I think rushing the beacon is worth it, even though the discontent did shoot up quite quickly based off of that. But still under the 75%. Alright, my people are gathering up and ready to sleep next to the heater. Alright, my coal consumption is too high. Okay, I'm producing 84 wood a day, 8 steel a day. Food is not keeping up. And coal is not keeping up. I mean, food and coal strike me as probably reasonably important things for me to worry about. I don't know, that's just a personal theory. I've watched enough streams by now that I can conclude you really love child labor with all the labor you put the children in your playthroughs. It's a it's a necessary evil, Big Red. If you are not contributing to my economy, you are not contributing to me. And I don't tolerate freeloaders. hunters will return with up to 11 raw food. 11 raw food times 5, that's 55. That's still not enough to feed my people for another day. I need to get another one down. Yes, you want me to head out there into the wilderness and find your family. I want to do that too, but that's up to the scientists to finish that freaking beacon research. Because until that, I can't leave this. This hole, I should say. I got six people. And yeah, all 5 are already full. So I need a little bit of everything at the moment. Maybe I could just go ahead and get another hunter's hut down now. Even though I don't even think I have enough people to staff the darn thing. But at least if it exists, I can get at least a few people in there, and hopefully that will get my food production up to a appropriate level for my population. Everyone just looks like they are asleep already, so they won't be able to get to that until the next day. But the research is coming along. It's 7 hours until the beacon, so I should be able to get the beacon before the end of the in-game day. Alright, off they go. No, I need to get... Hope will rise slightly. No, I need to keep them working. I don't think I can afford it. 5 hours for the beacon. Cookhouse is about to open. And my new hunter's hut is under construction. I like how their free time they actually spend building. If it was just the working day shift, I would expect them to ignore it, but that is nice at least. And I got my first gravely sick individual. And I've got 17 hours before the next place is even available in my infirmary. So they are dead. I'll just accept that now. Less than an hour for the beacon to be complete. Got it. Alright. So I'm going to get the steam hubs. Research now. It's 20 steel, which I don't really use at the moment anyway. But if I can at least get the heat, I should be able to keep people alive. I need 5 more steel before I can build that. 1 an hour, so that's 5 in-game hours to get in the remaining steel I need. I'm going to go ahead and put a few additional workers over here. So it's 1.4 an hour, 31. I should be able to get that up to 35 pretty quick. I'm trying to keep up with the stream while at the same time trying to play Resident Evil. I'm a great multitasker. Hey, good on you. I'm having a hard enough time following this game, giving it all of my attention. So so I do have enough. I can send off more hunters, but I definitely need to get more people. I'm gonna go into radical treatment here because I need to get the people in and out of my medical facility faster, even if it does mean that they're leaving because they're body bags. Yet one person died already. Lack of treatment. Alright, so I need to sign for the cemetery, but I can't do that for another 16 hours because I just signed the last law. Wood crates are depleted. That's unfortunate. And who was working that? Okay. So it looks like engineers were working that. So I'm going to fire the workers. I'm going to replace them with children and engineers. And I'll get those workers assigned here for the hunter hut. So they should leave tomorrow, and that might get me enough food rations to feed my people. I hope you're not expecting to get any new doctors or engineers since all the children are already in the workforce with little to no education. That's true, but they might be more engineers on the outside. Alright, one day to house the remaining 39 people. I think I can handle that. Especially since the steam hubs are almost done. That way I can build the houses a little bit further out this time and still be successful with it. But priority now is to get down this beacon again. So let's go ahead and get that up, and then I can get a rescue team out of the hole and hopefully find a few more of those doctors and engineers, because my children are going to be illiterate fools by the time that they come of age. Come on, 2 hours, okay, 1 hour. Alright, I need to find 5 workers. I take the workers off of the steel. Come on. Almost done. There we go. We're no longer lost and blind. From now on, our people will be able to survey icy barren and that surrounds us, the Frostland. We've already seen this animation, so I'll just click through it if it lets me. Okay, it won't let me, so yeah, we're watching it again. Perfect. So now it's time to create a scout team. So it's 40 wood and 5 workers. I've got that. And I can send them off to Lost Expedition or the Gloomy Cave. So yeah, off you go to the Lost Expedition. How long? 10 hours for you to reach it. But basically I have these little Eskimo teams now heading out of the hole to look for survivors and supplies. And that was all of my wood. So are these my hunters or is that my rescue team? It's too big to be my rescue team, so I think that's one of the hunters. Volunteers have lined up, eager to go looking for our lost people in the Frostland. The woman who came forward earlier is among them. Well, they're about 5 hours too late because I've already sent the team. I think your people should focus on building a rocket and throw in all the starving children and barbarian boxers and blast them off to another planet. It will solve your housing problems as well. And I do want to play the game Surviving Mars. So that could be a good transition right there. Get everyone sent off into a rocket and then survive Mars. Because as long as I'm at the helm of the game, There's always another hell waiting for you. I do like how the individual figures just like phase out of the hole. They can't even be bothered to program like a climbing animation or anything like that. They just dip into the snow and you never see them again until like 12 or 15 hours later, however long it takes them to finish their hunt and come on back. Alright, so let's see, I've got 16 hours to provide the rest of my shelter. I need to build 4 more tents. Rescue survivors from the lost expedition. That one should be done in about 6 hours, plus the walk back time, which should be another 5 hours for the walk back time. Alright, I think I can make this work. The only question is if I'm going to find enough people to keep my coal supplies alive. 4 sick. About a day, 1 hour, 3 sick, and this one is about to get released as well. And then 23 hours for the rest of them. I gotta say, you are the master of transitions. Eventually your streams will add up into a very large movie. Yeah, it's like the Reformed Nerd MCU. They might not seem related when you're looking at them individually, but you know, give me 10 or 15 years and then I'll put together a nice Infinity War sort of experience and bring it all together. Oh, did they actually connect the hunters' houses? Well, that's kind of cool. I didn't notice that before. So it's actually kind of like a little bridge connecting the 2 hunter huts. Alright, come on, get the wood supplies coming in, because if I... Oh, yeah, 2 degrees drop. So which of my buildings are still functioning? Alright, so I was a little bit smarter with my construction this time. They are all still functioning. So I don't need to worry about any inoperable buildings just because I built them a little bit too far away. So that is good. I just need to get the wood coming in here as fast as I can so I can get the tents built. Because I'm down to 10 hours. Ooh, and wood crates are depleted. Boy, I need to get a new source of wood. Perfect, I still got this one available. So I'm going to go ahead and get those sent off there. Scouts have reached the Lost Expedition. So this is my first Eskimo party here. The rest of our people made camp here, too exhausted to go on. We should escort them to the city. So, explore. How many survivors do we find? We enter the camp, appearing out into the diving snow. A choir of excited voices welcome us. Thank God you found us. We've been wandering for days until we couldn't go any longer. Soon we'd begin to starve. Children and adults around us, packed and ready to go. 4 children, 10 engineers, and 22 workers. Survivors will set out towards the city on their own. It will take longer, and some of them may die. Yeah, I'm going to escort them, even though, frankly, I think it might be better if some of my people do die before they get here. Because if they all survive, I'm going to have to feed them and house them all. And that could be a problem. Alright, so, yeah, I should probably get that cemetery signed. I've already got at least 1 dead person, so... Yeah, let's go get that cemetery down out here. Fortunately, dead people don't care if they're warm. So I think I can just go ahead and tuck that behind the the supply here, and the steam hub has been researched. That could be life-saving. I mean, I need 10 wood for the hunter's gear. Okay. Since you want to play Surviving Mars and seem to be a fan of city builders, you might eventually also want to try City Skylines, which is made by the same company. I do actually have Skylines somewhere. Yeah, I don't think it's in my Steam library. I forget where we get that. Double rations for kids. I'm a little bit better off with food this time. But I do have like 20 new people coming into the city. Yeah, I definitely don't have enough to supply the food for double rations for children and all of the new people who are 3 hours away. And I'm down to 6 hours to provide housing for 39 people. And my wood is not coming in at a fast enough rate here. Down to 13 hours of work time. Yeah, this is... I don't know if I'm going to be able to fulfill that promise. But I'm going to try. Alright, that's one more tent right now I can get down. I got enough room for 3 more, I hope. Mild frostbite, a citizen is ill. Yes, well, not much I can do about it. Alright, 4 wood. I need to get 26 more wood. Yeah, I need to get 26 more wood here before the end of the day so I can get enough shelter built. I don't think that's going to happen. Alright, my hunters are home. Okay, so my scouts have arrived with the engineers and the workers, so that is good. Yeah, I'll continue to look. But welcome to the place you're all going to die. I might have been able to buy you a couple of days to survive, but that's about it. Okay, there's smoke coming from a cave. The Arctic Observatory for the Royal Society, built to investigate the eternal winter. Stands on a small hill. The Union Jack flies over, but there's no signs of movement. Alright, I'm going to send them to the observatory. 20 hours to arrive. But once they get there, that might remind me as to the environmental calamity that's going on here. So those 5 extra workers, I'm going to send them out on the hunt right now. Where is the rest of my employment opportunities? Alright, so a lot of them are going to be builders in the meantime, so that might allow me to get down another set of housing here. Coal pile, yes, I'm going to send them out to maximally exploit that. Coal pile, yes. Wooden crates already have 15. Steel wreckage can take some more. And coal pile, coal pile. No more wood. Wood crates down here. Okay, so I can go ahead and get those exploited. So yeah, I think I got enough coal now. So yeah, I'll take the engineers off of that and put them down here for woodwork. Yeah, I think that's the best I can do. Let's heat some homes. Yes, sure. 35 minutes left to provide shelter. Well, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm 2 wood short and not enough time to actually finish the construction, so they are not going to like that. Shelter promise broken, hope falls, discontent rises. Ouch. It rises a lot too. I'm nearing the ultimatum here. But burials, once I fulfill this promise, that should help. Secure at least livable condition homes. Alright, so that would be primarily from building steam hubs. And those require steel. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get enough steel in time. You have 2 days to lower discontent. Oh, already? They're getting that ticked off with me already? Lovely. Thank you, people. Don't need to turn your backs on me that quickly. I thought I was doing better today. Cemetery established. Good. That brought discontent down a good number. Cold at work, cold at home, lack of shelter. Well, here's 2 new tent structures coming online now. Search for others, find another settlement. Okay. There must be igloo technology to research hidden somewhere. I think that would be very effective. You know, I completely agree with you on that one. I am actually surprised that there isn't an igloo technology. I think that would have been the obvious choice to go with, rather than trying to pick apart enough wood to survive with. Come on, let's get to the next working day. That was a Book of Laws opening up. Alright. I think I'm gonna have to go with the fighting arena again. Just because discontent is not my friend. That's 15 wood, which I also don't have. Got 55 homeless. And unlike Tropico, these people actually seem to care that they don't have homes. Yeah, I could have an entire island of people without homes, and that was perfectly fine. But here, there's no going. First amputation. Care house or the prosthetics law. Well, I can't sign a new law now anyway, so they're just going to have to hobble around and wait. Come on, I need to get these wood crates in and the steel. I need that for the steam hubs. These people have one flaw. They don't have the fine craftsmanship to the Tropican people and seem to build homeless shacks everywhere out of thin air. Well, you have to admit the apartments and the tenements in Tropico definitely look a little bit prettier than these little godforsaken tents that they got building around here. Coal pile depleted. Which one? That is not good. I do not want to be running out of coal just yet. I don't have any of the advanced technologies down for the more long-term prospects. Alright, I'll bring it down to 45. This would be 35 homeless people. And 22 sick. Ah, boy. I really do need to go ahead and get down another medical tent, don't I? Because I am not keeping up with it. 55, 45, 35 homeless. One more. Okay, 25 homeless. And my scouts have arrived to the something's amiss at the observatory. Snow covers the precious instrument and the dome is open, letting out a thin column of smoke. Someone's inside. The sun is dimming. Instead of astronomers, we were met by some of our lost people. They explained that they came here for help but found everyone dead. The astronomers continued their observations until they starved. What was so important to them? They wrote up in their diaries, the loss of sunlight can't be explained solely by the fouling of the atmosphere by the southern volcanoes. The sun is dimming. Alright, so it's actually a dimming sun that has led to it. I already have pretty much full capacity at my camp, but I suppose I probably should get them coming in here because this population is not sustainable as it is. Okay, so 25 people homeless. I can get that down to 15 right now. But of course I have more people coming in as we speak, so pretty much as soon as those people show up, I'm back in the hole in terms of my housing availability. And I need 20 steel for a steam hub. 1 day, 5 hours to get livable living conditions. And I'm almost at... okay. Great, another one. A frightened patient. One of 4 people is facing death, but he's still refusing amputation. He keeps screaming that he doesn't want anyone to touch his leg and won't change his mind, even though gangrene will kill him in the matter of hours. So an amputee or a dead guy. Okay, he can die. If he wants to keep his leg that bad, then sure, let him keep his leg. I've got 18, 20, 30, 34 more people coming in right now. So yeah, I can't really afford to keep him going if he doesn't want to be. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and invest in another workshop because I need to get this tech coming in faster. I need 10 wood for hunter's gear. And I am nervous about... yeah, I'm completely out of food. I got 5 starving people. Yeah, I need to get that hunter stuff going. No other way about it. Alright, so hunter's gear, let's get that research started. Hopefully with the second building I might be able to get that finished in time. So I need to find 5 engineers. Where can I find some engineers? Up here I've got some engineers, so I'll fire them so they can get over here and start working on that new building. This game is making me feel like I need to get a blanket or turn on the heater, but then I remember I'm in the middle of the Californian desert. You know, I have to give this game credit. They actually do really have that minimalistic feeling going on about this game that makes it a little bit eerie. The patient who refused amputation has just died of gangrene. We did our best to ease his pain, but he suffered terribly in the end. Discontent will rise slightly. Hope will fall slightly. Well, discontent is my Achilles heel at the moment, so I'll take a little bit of lost hope. But at least I'm still under 100% maximum in terms of discontent. So, steel wreckage depleted. That's not good. Yeah, I think I need to get that medical post as a priority as well. I really want to put this on an emergency shift, but I can't afford the discontent. Alright, yeah, I will open up a new medical post. Sure, I'll make that promise. I was planning on doing that anyway. Can I afford a fighting arena at all? I can. And if I put it here, I can get a good chunk of my population under it. I don't even have enough wood to build the street. Boy. That's going to be tough. Well, at least I can get people in homes. And that give me 20-some hours to get a steam hub together. Another person has died. Scouts have returned with a whole lot more people, which is not necessarily a good thing when you don't have enough homes or food to offer them. But at least I've got more people to put to work. Alright, so which... Okay, I can... Fighting arena has been built, yes. I'm just going to have everyone focus on the last remaining resources I have. And I have no more... Yeah, I just have this last little bit of wood. I've got 49 wood left. Did I miss something, or am I the only one confused as to where all this wood is being harvested from? Oh, they actually have these little random wood crates around, and that's actually where I've been harvesting my wood so far. However, this is the last actual piece of wood I have, with 49 remaining in the game. And then I actually am going to have to figure out new technology if I want to harvest any additional wood from there, because there's these little frozen trees around as well. But I need to research tech to be able to do that, and at the moment I have not been able to afford to do so. So without that wood researched, I am going to be out of wood probably in about 10 hours. And that is not a good condition to be in, especially when discontent's hitting about 100%. And I only got about 19 hours to get people like me again. So yeah, this is not looking like it's going to end well. But of course, why would it end well? I'm playing it after all. But I'm going to speed this up so I can at least get the wood in. So bad food, bad health care, cold, hungry, and shelter. So if I could get the shelter done... I still got 56 unemployed people. That's pretty much all of the wood I have remaining in this game. So there's no way I'm going to actually be able to house everybody. Yeah, I'm afraid I am not going to be able to pull this one out either. 110 and going up in terms of discontent value. Alright, so the arena is available for fighting now, but I think it's going to be too little too late. 9 and 9 hours. I think these people are too used to their old ways when they used to be back in London. They too fancy asking for too much. Amen! I mean, the world is over, and you're complaining that you don't have a fighting pit? I mean, come on. Okay, so let me see if I can get a medical post down. And let me see, can I afford a steam hub? I can afford at least one steam hub. So if I can put the steam hub here, is that going to be enough? I doubt it. What if I put another fighting arena on this side of the map? If I put this one down here, do I have enough to get it connected by road? I do. He must face his loss. There's a kid crying in the graveyard again. Alright, so that's 2 fighting arenas and a steam hub to make conditions livable in at least some of the homes, and a new medical post under construction. This is pretty much my last ditch effort now to wow the people. 101, so I am making a little bit of progress in that regard. Hunter's gear has been researched. I'm gonna need a sawmill. That's gotta be the priority. Alright, so I got this running. That it brings up... it's only chili. So even with that... Yeah, even with the new hot pump... Alright, so if I put it onto overdrive, it might explode. Yeah, I don't have a choice. So I put my main heater into overdrive mode. This increases the stress and may actually make it explode, but at least it gets the rooms hot enough that we may actually be able to win some people over to my side. Okay, anything that will help with discontent. Each spontaneous duel will slightly reduce discontent. Or I can build a pub and there'll be less discontent. I don't think I have enough wood to build a pub, so I'm going to allow them to duel each other. People are hungry. Let's feed them. Yes. Okay, I'll promise to feed them. Oh, discontent is almost into acceptable levels. Alright, maybe if I can get this medical post done, that might be enough to win people over and I can stay around a little bit longer. That would be impressive if I can pull that off. 1 hour and 50 minutes. Less than an hour. Ooh, this is going to be tight. Alright, let me get ready. Where can I find some engineers? Okay, I can get some engineers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 engineers available. Less than an hour, less than an hour. Come on. Employed. Healthcare promise fulfilled. Hope, but discontent doesn't go down? Okay. Am I under the 75%? That looks extremely close. Okay, I got 30 minutes to go down just a... Oh! Discontent falls! Wow! 30 minutes left. 30 minutes left, and I was able to get that down. Alright. There is still hope. Okay, facing starvation. That's probably going to have to be my next priority. Another person has died. Alright, I need 20 wood for one more hunting house. Boy, what's my economy looking like? Alright, coal is going good. I'm out of wood. Food, I'm minus 121 in food. Oh, and I forgot these guys were here. Alright. We can hear terrified shrieks coming from a cave uphill. When we come closer, several polar bears turn towards us, blocking the entrance. There are people trapped inside, and those beasts are picking them off one by one and feasting on them. The bears will kill the survivors. People in the cave will live. Scouts will escort them to our city if they survive. So I can either let the bears eat them or attack the bears. Alright, let's attack the bears. When our scouts attacked the bears, the people in the cave joined them, and together they drove the beast away. Unfortunately, the scouts died from their injuries. The people they saved set out towards the city, guided by a map made by the scouts. Alright, so I lost 5 workers, but I gained 11, plus 18 engineers, which frankly isn't a bad deal if I didn't have to feed them. Right. Oh, great. Now they're automatically coming back. I don't have an opportunity to redeploy them anywhere. I'm down to 21 homeless. And I need those sawmills online because I'm literally down to the last 17 pieces of wood. I need to get that sawmill going right now. In Tropical, they prefer circuses for entertainment. In 60 Seconds, they want Monopoly. And in Frostpunk, they want fighting pits. And pubs. They want pubs, too. I just didn't give them pubs. Well, I guess that's what the survivors get for making themselves comfortable in the polar bear's rightful home. That is true. I should blame them for the deaths of my people. How dare they try to hide out in a cave when we have this lovely hole in the middle of nowhere that they could have easily come and enjoyed. But no, they wanted to do their own thing. Find another settlement, feed all the hungry. Yeah, feeding the hungry is a pretty tough job. I got 2 days left to do that. And I don't have enough wood left in this entire hole to build another hunter's hut. People are desperate. Sir, people are talking openly about overthrowing you, bereft of hope. They see no future for our city. They blame you for that. What should we do? We should sit down with them and explain to them that I don't control the sun. We're all going to die anyway. Let's just enjoy the last few days we have to try to put together a meager existence. Alright, another person has died. Apparently, being homeless in minus 40 degrees Celsius weather is not good for your health. Who would have figured? But I need to get that sawmill going. Alright, it's emergency shift time. That's gonna get discontent up pretty high. Yeah, I'm at pretty much 121% discontent because of that. But I need to get those sawmills done. Because without the sawmills running, I have no wood. Raise hope to 15% in one day, and I have zero hope. Oh boy. I think this might be my death nail. I'm at zero hope. Mostly because 8 children have died and 13 adults have died. Ooh. So feed the hungry. That would help with any emergency shifts for today. No, keep working. I need the freaking sawmill. These people seem to be quite ignorant to the fact that none of this will matter in a couple of years when the sun dies. Amen on that. And I still don't understand why they all fled north when the sun was dying. Because, like I said, I'd be off to Hawaii, not the North Pole. The captain's doomed us all. Yeah, you're probably right about that. 14 starving, 61 hungry, 47 sick, 5 gravely sick. And the only thing I have changing today is the arrival of more people who I can't feed. This game on Survivor mode is a lot tougher. Wow, 25 people have already died, at least. Alright, everyone's off to work. But in a day... what's the strain level? 60% strain. Okay, so it's not ready to explode yet. Hopefully I can get to the end of the day before it explodes. Because if I bring this down, people are going to be angry at me because their houses are cold again. Alright, and the sawmills are nearly done. I'm at 118% research rate. Okay, I'm confused. Why the hell is there a hope system? What kind of hope am I supposed to get freezing in the barren planet waiting for my eventual death? Well, the hope is the lies that I tell them. So, they're basically hoping that the lies I tell them are the truth. And sadly, I know very well that the lies I'm telling them is complete bullcrap. So it's a false hope, absolutely. But it's still hope. Alright, come on, let's get that sawmill done. Another person has died. I'm down to 1 day and 13 hours to raise hope. And that ain't going to happen. Alright, sawmills are complete. Too little too late, but I will take it. So, let's see. Where it would be a good place to put it. Okay, right here looks like I'll get most of the wood. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down right there. Get it connected to the roads. And new research. Alright, I'll go ahead and go for the faster gathering as soon as I get enough wood. I don't have enough wood for that at the moment, it seems. And I'm down to my last 9 wood crates, so just in time I was able to get that sawmill done. Even though in the greater scheme of things, it's not going to matter. Because I got 1 day and 12 hours to get hope up from 0 to 15%. And people are literally dying every few minutes at this point. So, yeah. Another successful game adventure on my part. I am so proud. 3 people died. Okay. So at least the numbers are starting to pick up a little bit in regards to how quickly everyone is dying. Oh boy, now 4 people have died. Been nice watching. Think I'm going to get some rest and maybe crank the heater up. Looking forward to catching the Civ 6 stream. Indeed, that is my goal for tomorrow. Oh, stress on the generator is at critical. You know what? I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of kicking me out of office. I'm just going to crank up the heater and let it explode. Should only take a few more seconds. We'll teach those ungrateful pricks from throwing me out of office. %100% stress level. It's going to blow. Send a child to fix it. Okay. Use a steam core to fix it, or just let it blow up. I'm going to go with the let it blow up option. All is lost. You wanted a new captain? Good luck surviving without me now, boys. Without the heat and steam power from the generator, the infrastructure of the city quickly grounds to a halt. People survive for a while, but soon they run out of things that can be burned to keep warm. One after another, they all freeze to death. See, wasn't life better under my rule? But have it your way. If you want it to end like that, we can let it end like that. Alright, so I feel bad now because everyone's died on me a couple of times. Oh. No, I didn't want to come right back into it this way. Okay, save and quit. So I'm going to select that game again, but I'm going to take it off of survivor mode. So I'm just going to play this on standard difficulty real quick. And remind myself that this isn't such a hard game, and I don't know why I'm making it so much harder than it needs to be. Alright, so I've got my people here. Let's go ahead, get the wood going and get the coal going. Those are the 2 big things I need right away. And I'm going to just go right on ahead in here and sign up child labor. Or actually, it looks like every place I went had a good number of survivors. And being not on survivor mode, I think I should be able to manage this quick enough in terms of supplies. So this time I'm going to see if I can do the child shelter option. Yeah, I'm going to go with child shelters this one. That just means I need to prioritize my research. Because I'm going to need to get that the beacon unlocked faster so I can get some new people into my city sooner to make up for the lack of child labor that I don't have this time. Alright, so we got this moving off in a little bit of a better shape, I hope. Stockpile the coal. Build a child shelter. Alright, so let me speed this up a little bit. Because right now they're basically all focusing in on getting the coal together. So I can get my... Yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and get that turned on now. So food and research are the priorities. Perfect. So I'm definitely getting in the wood a lot faster. I'm kind of giving up on the iron for now. And then I'll wait for this evening to come so that on their free times they can go ahead and get my workshop put together reasonably quickly, I do hope. Alright, so the shift is over. That means everyone's going to turn their attention on to... Yes, I'll provide shelter, but at least everyone can turn their attention over to these other major areas in regards to the construction that I need done. So I'll fire the 5 engineers just so that they're ready to go into the research job as soon as those jobs become available. Got it. Alright. So, first priority is getting that beacon. I need to get that beacon because I don't have the kids working. So if I don't have the working kids, the best thing I can do is try to get the rest of them, rest of the survivors here as quick as I can. So what if I go ahead and start putting down a couple of tents? With the wood I have left over. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So that's 50 tents. That's enough to house most of my people. And then I think a medical post now would do me a lot of good as well. Shelter promise fulfilled. Fantastic. So I'm down to 40 homeless people. That is progress. But I still need to get raw resources coming in the form of food. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get the cookhouse down as a priority. And I don't have enough wood left over for the hunter's hut, unfortunately. It's still free time. Why aren't they putting this together? Oh, law is open. Okay. I'm going to go ahead with fighting arena now. Because discontent has been a major issue the last couple of days. That's 15 wood. Yeah, I can put it right here, and it covers all of my houses right away. So that sounds like a decent idea. I'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, and then maybe I could even start a second row here with other ones. Quite possibly. But I definitely need to get that beacon research going ASAP. It's going to be nice if they can go on ahead and get this cookhouse finished as well. I'll need to find 5 people that I can make available. So come on, get that construction done. Alright, fighting arena has been built. That should help with the discontent. Do need a child shelter as well. It's 20 wood and 5 steel. Alright, but I was able to get the cookhouse done, so hopefully I can get those people working as soon as a shift begins. And that just means that the hunting hut is going to be my biggest priority. Alright, the sun comes out. I only have 3 people sick at the moment. Did I build a medical center? I thought I did, but... Yeah, right here. Okay, so I just need to get engineers available to work there. Where can I find my engineers? So up here. Alright, no more engineers are working on the gathering. I need all my engineers working that medical post so I can get those people in and healing now before it's too late. Perfect. So I'm off to a better start than I was in the previous sessions. So I'm going to take that as a positive. The beacon is coming along nicely, so hopefully I'll be able to actually get some workers into my society here. Because since I'm going without the children workers, I'm a little short-handed here. So I do need to get that beacon and the search parties out as soon as possible to get some additional staff in the city. Family torn apart. Yes, she wants me to look for the people who survived, and I can do that because the beacon is coming along. So obviously there is some hope on that end. And the child shelter is going to be my next issue. What's the heat level on this? So it's a base heat level of 2. So it can be in the second line of buildings and still stay warm. So it's pretty much in the same level as the research centers. So I'll go on ahead and... yeah, I'll put this one down now, along with the hunter huts, because that is definitely top priority. So yeah, if I can get one hunter's hut down here. Oh, we're out of steel already. That hurts. But yes, I think that is what I need to concentrate on for the time being. So beacon is nearly done, but I am going to need to save up some steel to be able to afford it. Coal, I have a little bit of... yes, I think I'm going to get people pulled off of coal and put them onto steel duty. Because steel takes time to acquire, more than coal. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. Because I'm going to definitely need to get enough steel in here to build that beacon as soon as it's available. So hopefully by end of day tomorrow I'm going to be able to get enough steel. But the beacon is done. That means I can go ahead and move on with my next tech, which I think would be faster gathering, would be... or maybe hunter's gear. Yeah, I think hunter's gear would be better, because food is going to be an issue. Because I don't even have a single hunter's hut available yet. Standard meal tech, that's better than nothing. And I still have another full day of work before the temperature drops another 2 degrees. And that's going to be rough. But the children's shelter is about done. Good. So that's a fulfilled promise, hope rises, and all my kids are taken care of. 14 out of 15. So yeah, all my children except for one is in here. I don't know what happened to the last child. He's probably sick. Yeah. In 18 hours, he'll get out of the infirmary, and then he can get over here as well. Wait, no children at the shelter. Why not? Do they go home? Is it like school? Do they go home for the day? Yeah, I'm assuming that's what happened. Okay. Now I got my hunting huts coming along. But my top priority should be getting this beacon out. I need 35 steel for that. So yeah, top priority is going to be to get anyone I can on steel extraction. I'm already losing coal, so I dare not take too many more people off of coal duty. But I will take them off of wood. Yeah. So if I have everyone I can working on steel duty, I should be able to get enough steel by the end of day tomorrow, because it's 4 an hour, 2.7 an hour, 4 an hour. So that's 10 an hour. So it'll be about 3 hours, 4 hours of production for me to get enough steel to build a beacon. And with the beacon, I'll actually be able to go out and save people, which is good because I have child work off, meaning that I'm a little short-handed for the number of people I actually need. And I don't have enough to actually... yeah, if I focus on steel production, I don't have enough people to actually send out for a hunt. So can I afford to delay the hunt one more day? Yeah, I really can't. I really can't afford that. Alright, so I need to take someone off of something. Okay, I got... those are engineers. I don't really want to send them out for a hunt. I'll at least send 5 workers out to hunt. In the meantime, I still have enough coal for 3 days. So yeah, that's what I'll do. And I'll take the workers off of the cookhouse as well, because if there's no raw food to cook, then there's obviously no need to have them around. So yeah, if I fire them from the cookhouse so they can concentrate on getting some food in, that would probably be ideal. And I still have 30 people without homes. And that'll house an additional 10 people, so I'll go ahead and get that authorized. And I do have the children's shelter down. Okay. So I need looks like another 6 hours or so to get the hunter's gear complete, which I think is going to definitely be a priority because I'm getting such a late start on my actual hunts. So okay, I got 10 workers on their way out. Hopefully they'll be able to return with the maximum 10 raw food, which I can turn into 40 rations, which will get me up to 160 rations, which will be enough to feed everybody for 2 days. Don't really have a lot of breathing room here, but I might be able to get that to work. Alright, so the next working day has begun, and I got 24 hours before the first temperature drop. So I definitely need to get that food in now before it gets bitterly cold tomorrow. And if the hunter tech finishes when my hunters have already been deployed for the day, do they get the benefit, or does the benefit not kick in until the next working day? I actually don't know. I have to keep an eye on that, and I'm curious to see if they will allow me to benefit from the tech, even if it's not done in time for them to leave with it. Yeah, because my people are already out on the hunt now. And the tech is still... let's see, 7 hours away for the tech. Interesting. Okay, so hopefully this gets finished. And we'll see if that actually impacts how much food they bring home today. I'm down to 20 homeless people. But less than 24 hours for the 2-level freeze snap. That's going to be rough. I really need to get this done now so I can start researching the Steam. Sorry, I forgot the word for that. Steam Hub. Yeah, Steam Hub. Alright, yeah, I think that's about all I can do for the time being. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the speed up a little bit until I get that last couple of pieces of steel. Perfect. So now I can build the beacon. Alright, go ahead, let's get that beacon down ASAP. I'll even get a few workers off of the steel pile, because my main priority for the steel was to build that hub. So I'm going to go ahead and get those people off of that and back onto wood crate duty and coal duty. Alright, we just wanted to thank you back in London. It was only the wealthy that didn't have to send their kids to work. In this new world you're creating, we can see things will be different. Alright, well, fantastic. They seem to enjoy the fact that their kids don't have to work. which I think is a fair. All right, so the hunting upgrades are done, but it looks like they are already back, so it's probably too late to actually impact that, unfortunately. But I'm going to go ahead and get the next research off. I'm going to go with faster gathering because I still have a lot of resources available here without any tech investments required. So, yeah, let's get that faster gathering going now. I think I need to figure out a way to get my food to last a little bit longer. Or should I start apprenticing my kids? Education is the key to the future. Let's teach our children medicine so they can help with the sick. Children from child shelters will help at medical facilities, raising their efficiency. Or I can have them train at the workshop, speeding up research. I got 15 kids. And there's a cap as to the number of... look, starving kids is not going to be so effective. I think I need to focus on getting the soup upgrade for now. Let me get my people working here, and I'll put them on soup duty so I can get my raw resources to last just a little bit longer. Because food is not coming in quick. Alright, and I did get the beacon done. Perfect. I don't like how this is not skippable. Alright, so my hot air balloon has been launched. This means I can actually now deploy scouts to various locations around the map. As soon as I have enough wood, I need 40 wood, and then I'll be able to actually send my scouts out to explore this crash site in the Lost Expedition, which will allow me to search for people I can bring back to my city to join in the work. And as I said, I don't have my children working at the moment, so I need those people now. Because the game is pretty much assuming that I'm going to have 15 additional hands out there, and I don't have them. So I'm having a hard time getting enough resources in from the few people I do have working. Yeah, we need a win, absolutely, but I also need 7 more wood before I can even start that. So let's see if I can get that wood in before the end of the day here, and then I'll worry about going for the win. 36, come on, 37. No! 3 short. Alright, so I'm gonna get you people focusing on the hunter again because there's no food to transition, but at least I have enough to feed everybody today. I still have 20 homeless, but I can't afford the wood because I need the wood for the scouting party. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed up the time in hopes that tomorrow morning gets here fast enough. Sleeping outside. Yes, I'll provide them with shelter 1 day. 1 day to provide shelter for 20 people. I think I can do that. That's only 20 wood on top of the 3, so that's 23 wood by the end of the day tomorrow. I think I can make that work. It might be safer, though, to go on ahead and authorize it now. That'll just delay what time I can get my people sent out tomorrow, though. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to authorize 2 additional tents to be built within range to the fighting so that they can benefit from that. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put that here and here. That way they're nice and close to my hunting, and I can put in a steam hub, which will hopefully keep them reasonably livable tomorrow once the temperature drops down. What's my current research? Gathering? That probably wasn't a good choice. I should have really had it on the steam hub. But I can live with that for the time being. I don't know if my people can, but I can live with it for the time being at the minimum. Alright, let's get the speed up just so I can get my next day started. Because I need my people out there gathering wood. As soon as possible, if you would please. Looks like the day's just about to start here, and let's see how cold it's going to get. So right now everything is comfortable or livable, but that isn't going to last for much longer. Let's see how bad the temperature plunges here. There they goes. Moderate risk of getting ill in the last couple of tents I built. The rest of it's chilly. Alright, I think I can work with that. It wasn't as bad as I feared it was going to be. And I think one steam hub over here would be enough to fix the problem. Inoperative. I didn't even get the road connected to these? Yikes. Yeah, because I definitely want my people in shelter today. Even if it's not going to be great shelter, any shelter is going to be better than none. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this road down now just so that these can at least allow people to move in. Because I'd rather them be living in cold tents than on the street. Alright, so... yeah, I think I'm going to go on ahead and unlock medical apprenticeships. Because if I can free up a few engineers... yeah, perfect. Alright, so if I could free up just a few engineers... I could use them to increase my research speed so I can get those steam hubs unlocked. Let me go ahead and get a second workshop down. And I got 15 wood. I need to get that up to 40 as soon as I can. Maybe I should have held off on the research. That's 15 wood. 15's not so bad. I think I can afford the loss of 15 wood. But I'm going to go ahead and refocus these from steel. Faster gathering has been unlocked. Thank you kindly. Wood crates. Wood crates. Alright, I'm going to get 10 workers assigned over to the wood crates. And I'm going to go ahead and get that Steam Hub researched now, because I need to get a Steam Hub down here as soon as I can, because those tents are going to get people sick more than it's going to protect them from the elements. Mild frostbite, a citizen is gravely ill. Alright, so I need to decide on healthcare as soon as I can. 4 sick, 4 gravely sick. I still have room for 3 people in this facility, though. So I might be able to make it last a little bit longer if I could just get that 40th piece of wood before the buzzer comes. I don't think it's gonna make it though. 32, 33, 35, 36, 37, 38. Come on, no buzzer, no buzzer. Got it! Alright, so I got the 40 wood just in time. So I need to free up 5 workers. To authorize for the creation of my scout unit to send off for the Lost Expedition. Off you go, boys. I'm going to go ahead and get those workers unlocked for the cookhouse as well, because I've got 13 pieces of meat that I can actually convert into rations. Because if I can get those rations up to 80, everyone can actually eat today, which would be fantastic. And the workshop is coming along, which would be great. That would give me a little bit more leeway in regards to getting my tech unlocked a bit faster. But where do I have extra engineers? Basically on that coal pile are the only engineers I have left. So yeah, perfect. I'll get those engineers assigned to the new workshop right now. So with the 2 research centers, I should be able to get this unlocked pretty darn quick. Probably first thing tomorrow, I'll be able to get that unlocked. And in 8 hours plus 5 for walking back, that'd be early tomorrow. I'm going to get a nice chunk of population, which will be very helpful. Alright, Stella is taking on Theodore. Wow, and a lot of people are watching. So that's actually becoming a pretty successful event in the fighting pits here, which helps with the discontent, so I'm okay with that. I'd rather them fight each other than fighting me. That's at minimum what I can say. Alright, let's get this speed up a little bit, because I'd very much like them to get to the next day here. Because I need to get these people in as quick as I can, because my food rations are plummeting. And I don't really have a lot of options right now to be able to get a second hunter's hut down without a little bit more wood. Alright, 4 sick and 4 gravely. So It's only a matter of time before my people start dying on me. Alright, escort those survivors back to the city. I don't have time to waste. So it's going to be 5 hours or so before they arrive. And I definitely need to get them put to work as quick as I can, because I am quite low on people. 25 for another medical post. I think that's probably going to be my next splurge. Because, yeah, 6 sick, 4 grave. They are definitely going to start dying on me here pretty darn quick. Because there's going to be one more day before these 5 beds are available again. Go on, get your stuff working here. And those steam hubs are going to be unlocked here very shortly, just in time for the temperature to go up. Okay, 16, 17. Scouts have returned. Perfect. So let me go slowing down the time here. So my group has made it through the night. We'll look for more. Alright, let me slow down the clock here. I've got the people. So I need to get them assigned to some of the high priority jobs we've got going on right now. Alright, I need to unlock new research. Sawmill. Yeah, I think sawmill would be worth it. Let me go on ahead and get Steam Hub unlocked. I'll go on ahead and bring the road back here. And I think this would be a great location. Very little overlap. So that would be the priority location for a Steam Hub. And I got enough wood now that I can unlock another. Yeah, I do have 10 engineers. That's enough to staff 1 full medical bay and 1 new workshop. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put that down as a priority, because if I can get 4 workshops unlocked, that gives me maximum bonus in terms of my research speed. So I just need the new people to actually get down here and show up for work. And I got full workers available here. Yeah, I don't want to put the new people to work just yet, because I'd like them to come over here and focus on getting the new workstations down. Come on, let's get these new people into the city so they can start working. Wood crates have been depleted. That's not good. Oh, crap. I forgot to send them back out. Alright, I'm going to send them out to the sturdy shelter. That's about a day away. But no sense wasting time with them actually being in the city. Okay. Alright, looks like the easy gatherable wood. Yeah, it looks like I'm running out of wood that can be gathered without tech. And that's going to make things a little bit more difficult. Mild frostbite, another gravely ill patient. They're starting to add up on me. But I don't think I have my first death yet. So I'm going to go ahead and get a second medical post unlocked here as quick as I can. And I got 36 homeless. So I'm going to go ahead and get another tent down as well. And I don't even have enough wood to build that. Okay. Sawmills are unlocked. Perfect. Steelworks needs wood. Coal Thumper needs wood. I've got no wood. Heaters require wood. Okay, so there's literally nothing I can research now. I literally used the last piece of wood I had. First death. Yeah, perfect. I need to wait 6 more hours before I can sign my next law. And what did he die of? Lack of treatment. And it's how I was an engineer too. They are precious. I can't really afford to lose them. I've got the kids helping out in the medical facilities. Another person died, lack of treatment. Another engineer. Oh crap, that's 2 engineers I have lost like that. But I do have the new steam hub working, which is keeping these at more reasonable temperatures at least. And I do have enough wood now that I can unlock something. I'm going to go and unlock the Coal Thumper. I think that's a decent thing to do, because if I run out of coal, I am screwed. Okay, medical post unlocked. Let's get those engineers in place. I do need to get some roads set up here as well, otherwise these will not come online. Wood crates have been depleted, and I think that was literally the last accessible piece of wood I had available to me. That does seem to be the case. Oh, just this one over here. Okay. People are hungry. Yeah, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. Another person's died. Ay, goodness. I'm dropping a little bit too fast for my taste. And I need 20 wood before I can even start to increase my my food production. My Eskimo raiding party is about 12 hours away from its destination. And I need to get some new engineers in here quick, because they are dying pretty quickly. Alright, so I'm going to go with the cemetery, because I actually have a lot of people dying now, so I think it would be to everyone's benefit for me to get this down sooner, so that disease doesn't start spreading with all of the corpses laying around everywhere. 7 hours, hopefully, to get a new group of people. Oh, wow. And 10 people are in palliative care, which means that both of my both of my medical facilities are 100% full of people who won't get better. Ouch. Yeah, it looks like the health is going to be the big issue here. But the kids are helping in the medical facilities, which should be increasing efficiency. Alright. The cold is a little bit alleviated. I'm hoping that makes a big difference. But even so, I'm not getting enough food in. Two days left to be able to feed the hungry. Alright, cemetery has been established, which is fantastic. I need to find another settlement and 2 days to feed everybody. And I got 18 hungry people. None of them starving. That's good, at least. Steel wreckage has been depleted. So yeah, I'm going to send you off to go ahead and get the other wood started. But I think the big thing I need right now is going to be to get this sawmill down in a very viable place. Because I need a wood solution. Ideally, I don't want to sacrifice too many trees when I find a place to put this down. But hopefully my explorers are able to get enough people to come home with me that I can actually staff this sawmill with new people. Because I do not have enough of my normal citizens left to be able to work there. Alright. But the temperature is up. I got about 3 days before it drops again, but it's only dropping 1 level. My scouts have made it no... darn. It looks like no survivors. The shelter is comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a notice posted on the heavy round door to all scientists. If you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. This means there's another city out here. A signpost by the trail points in 2 directions. London, 1,934 miles. Home, 27 miles. Okay. Ooh, a lot of wood, though. I'll take that. And 99 rations. Absolutely. Yes, please. But I need survivors. So, rather than going home with that... Alright, I'm going to send you to the observatory in hopes I can find some survivors there. Because unless I can get some additional hands working the grounds, or working the lands here... I don't care what supplies I find, it's not going to be enough. Alright, Coal Thumper has been researched. Very good. Let's go ahead and get the steel works going as well, so I can get all that basic tech out of the way now. Yeah, my wood production is minimal at best now. There's literally very little still left to be farmed from anywhere at this point. So what I need most of all is actual workers. Come on, you poor, desperate people. Just get me enough. Alright, I can get that hunter's hut now. Thank you all so very kindly. That was literally all of our wood, but if I can find survivors and get back home, I mean, that's going to be enough food to get me through a day. And I still have 2 days left to salvage this. Alright, well, if one more person dies, that means I only have to build 2 tents for 100%. Yeah, you know, that actually works out pretty well. So if I can build 2 more tents, I can house everybody because everyone else would be dead. That's a good solution. Okay, I got 2 gravely sick. And I'm almost ready for a new book of laws. Alright, so let's get some treatment options. So I can sustain life. Or I can do radical treatments. I don't have enough people to open up another. Alright, I'm going to go with sustain life and just hope that I can find enough engineers at this next place. Because if I can find enough people, if I can find enough engineers here to build another medical outpost, I might be able to make things work. But if I can't find enough people, I'm screwed. So yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and speed things through the night. I don't have anything I can actually do anyway. I've got no one I can actually assign to these duties anyway. Here. Wood crates. Yeah, okay, finish those up and then I'll get you assigned out somewhere else. Coal, I'm making a pretty good profit on. So yeah, what if I pull out the workers from the coal and put them onto the food? Yeah, that gives me a -6 coal consumption a day. I can live with that. I've got enough of a buffer that I can live with that for a little while. And that will get additional income coming in for coal. It could even do it a little bit more and just focus in on the wood a little bit. But yeah, once these people get back, they're carrying 200 wood. So once they get here, I don't actually think wood is going to be a problem anymore. So I'll let that go a little bit longer. And I'll just hope that these individuals can go out there and get enough food coming in for once. Two hours. Come on, find some people, please. I need workers and engineers at this point. Got it. Alright, survivors are here. Instead of astronomers, we were met by some of our lost people. They explained that they came here looking for help. The astronomers continued their observations until they starved. What was important for them, they wrote it all up in their diaries. A loss of sunlight can't be explained solely by the fouling of the atmosphere by the southern volcanoes. The sun is dimming. Alright, so escort them to the city and bring that food and wood along with you. So 9 hours, just at the end of the working day, I'm going to have a nice chunk of people show up. That sounds ideal, to be honest. So let me just speed up time, and I'll wait for this wood resource to get completed. Oh wow, the hungry were fed? Hey, I didn't even know I was actually going to be successful with that until the new people showed up. So I'm actually pleased with that. Heaters have been researched, so I need 50 wood now before I can actually unlock anything new. And in 1 hour, my new workers actually get here. Child's plea. Oh, sorry. She is gone. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. And I can't even do any additional research right now because I need 50 wood just to be able to unlock that research. Extra rations for the ill. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just see if I can get people fixed up a little bit faster. Because it seems like my food is starting to get a little bit more manageable. Especially now I have some additional people coming in that I can send out as hunters. So 30 minutes. Come on, I want to put you directly onto wood duty here. Okay, and I got plenty of wood coming in now. So I got 16 engineers left. So I could definitely afford to put down additional medical posts. Yeah, I'll put one down right here. And I'll go on ahead and get a steam hub down for that as well. Oh wait, I can now unlock the drawing boards because they brought down a whole ton of wood with them. Thank you, boys. Yeah, right here would be a great spot for another steam hub. Let's get these new people working. And get my scouts back out moving. Because I hope I can find a few more people so I can put them to work and keep this Ponzi scheme of an economy going just a little bit longer. I need to get another hunter's hunt down. Wood crates have been depleted. That's fine. I do have a functioning I do have a functioning sawmill now, so I can actually live with that. I'm just going to go ahead and maximize my output here at all of the remaining resources. So everything except for the steel is being harvested as we speak. Alright, have 2 days to provide shelter for 24 people. That's actually doable. I've got the wood already. So, honestly, there's no reason for me not to just go on ahead and do that right now. And I'm going to ahead and put down another fighting arena for this side of my camp as well. There. That should do it. So hopefully by the end of the night, everyone's going to be able to go on ahead and get these items constructed. And that will put me at full habitability right then and there. With a nice little fighting office to keep everyone entertained for a little bit longer. Okay, wait, that's a problem. So I need to take 15 people off of gathering duty. Don't want to take both of them off of coal. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put them out here for gathering. That gives me 12 additional options. Medical post is going to need 5. Do I have any other engineers tucked away anywhere? Yes. Okay. So I have 12 engineers available. That's a full medical office now. Maybe I should go on ahead and get that last workshop as well. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get that last workshop down as well, just so I can get that research bonus. And I've got the engineers. I might as well put them to work on higher level tasks than simply wasting them in manufacturing jobs. And I still got 23 homeless. Go ahead and get that road started as well. Perfect. So with these built, I should actually have enough to house my entire population. I'm finally getting in a decent amount of food now. I have that third hunter's hut constructed. But I still need to find that additional settlement. Alright, well, let's get speed going here just so I can get these additional tents done, hopefully by the end of the day. My hunters are already off, ready for another day of hunting. And my sawmill is at peak efficiency. So I blew through pretty much all of the wood that my explorers were able to find and bring back to my city a little bit quicker than I would have liked them to. But I'm at least able to maintain at least livable conditions in the majority of my homes. But my coal balance is pitiful. So I definitely need to go on ahead and get some coal production going on instantly before I run out. Because I've got about a day's worth of coal available to me. That's not going to be enough. Well, unless my people are happy living one more day. If they only want to live one more day, then I can supply that without a problem. Alright, so let's get that coal thumper going here as quick as I can. Alright, I've reached the crash site. Raw food and wood. There are plenty of priceless supplies in the wrecks. Searching among the crates scattered in the snow behind the wrecks, we found the bodies. They're tangled together in a single frozen mass, as if these people are trying to find at least a bit of warmth just before they die. We can do nothing for them, not even bury them. But I'll take the food and wood. They don't need it anymore. Oh. Alright, I think I need the food. So I'll send them coming back here with whatever food they can manage for the time being. Because I don't even have enough to supply my people for the day. And they're working on unlocking the next level of techs. And I need to get some coal going on right now. Ooh. So yeah, there is a bit of a chilliness factor going on out here. And I can't afford the steel for the steam hub. Yeah, I need more people just to be able to... Got 1 day and 2 hours of coal left. But at least I do have some new coal coming available as well. Alright, got the new tech trees unlocked. I can get more scouts. Well, I think this might be a good place to leave it, to be honest. Yeah, because I've been going at this for about 3.5 hours, I think. I'm not even sure anymore. How long has this stream been going on? Because it's a little bit later than I thought it was. Yeah, 3.5 hours. Goodness. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. I think getting to the next layer of tech traditions is a good place to call it a night for the time being. But I have been able to survive a little bit longer in this mode. I do have all 4 engineering facilities gone, so I'm running at max capacity in regards to research. And I've been able to manage the heat map reasonably well. I do have this little cold section over here, but as soon as I can get a little bit more steel together, I should be able to put this down and make it last just a little bit longer. My only big fear right now is a lack of coal. I think with this new coal thumper, I might be able to pull out a win, but I think I'm going to call it here for now. Tomorrow, I'm going to be picking up with Civilization 6 because I promised my pretty much only fan that I was going to play that this week. And if I can't fulfill one promise to one fan, I am very awful at this, which I am. Granted, I very much am awful at this, but I'll at least fulfill that one promise. That's more than I can do for the one person who actually shows up and watches me. compared to the people who actually live here in my cities, who I can't seem to fulfill any promises for. But with that being said, I do hope you all enjoy the rest of your night. I'll probably come back to Frostpunk in about a week or so, depending on how long that Civ 6 playthrough takes me. But it should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoy your evening and the rest of your week. And give me a follow or a sub if you make it through this far. I'm new, and I definitely would not mind the support. But thank you all. Do have a great one, and thank you for stopping by. Goodbye.